viral, we cannot stop it. So the freedom of expression in terms of artificial intelligence, in the world of artificial intelligence, it is keeping your data private without giving a permission to others, even whatever your brothers and sisters, and you yourself should be understand what should be exposed, what should not be exposed, and the definition of the freedom of expression we have to reconstruct and redefine. So what is that is not what 40 years back and 50 years back we have designed. Definitely it is a background. We have to design according to whatever the new technology is coming. So this is coming to the technical part. So AI-powered content moderation algorithms have implication for freedom of expression and information online. So how we can how we can stop this one, how we can have a particular rules and regulation to have our own freedom of expression through a proper manner. It can be ensuring that content moderation practices respect users' right to freedom of expression, requires transparency, accountability, and due process in algorithmic decision making, as well as mechanism for addressing errors, bias, and censorship in content moderation algorithms. So, the technical term may be quite confusing. It's very simple. Whatever the data which we are giving, which we are getting, should be accountable, should be have its own transparency, and whatever we are adding to through coding to the algorithm of AI, it should be following these kind of rules and regulations. So right to non-discrimination. So how in the world of technology, how we can have a right to having a non-discrimination. Usually we faces so many discrimination in our day-to-day life. It can be your home, it can be your college, it can be your nearby places, your bus stand. Everywhere we will face discrimination, as we discussed in so many lectures, as a gender discrimination, and you might be facing. So in the world of technology, how we have having a no system can and discrimination, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes in areas such as hiring, lending, criminal justice, and healthcare, which I will be explaining bit details in my other slides. Usually what happens that, when you are going for a job, there will be a hiring process. Definitely you'll be facing so many rejections in interview. And there are lots of people, they are applying through Indeed, through social media to get a proper job. Sometimes we are not at all selected for interview. Why it happens? It's you have a proper qualification, you have a proper talent, you have academic qualification, you have a good language, even though why you are not selected for an interview. Suppose one of your colleagues, she or he may not be having a much calibrated capacity as you are having, much experience as you are having, but she has been called for an interview. Why you are not? So we have to understand. So when we are like a MNC, when a company, a college, any education organization giving an ad for a job, they are getting hundreds, thousands of CVs, profiles. So how they will scrutinize the profile? The first step, I'm not talking about the small job you are getting like 10 applicants, 20 applicants, not like that. Usually what happens that, hundreds and thousands of applicants are getting. Like when I'm sitting in Dubai, when I'm giving an ad, I'm getting minimum 500 to 1,000 for one job. So usually the process what we are having, so we giving some command to AI. So AI is giving us a particular 20 or 30 most talented CV. So maybe if it is thousands, out of 1,000, we are taking 25. So how we are scrutinizing the 25 CVs? So as a director of a college, So we will be giving some particular comment. So the so on candidate need to have a particular experience, particular field, particular knowledge, and particular technical knowledge, something like that. We will give a command. So usually what happens that, most of the clients, they are missing the technical terms which will be used by like AI. So we are not at all using the technical terms in the CVs, the profiles. Even suppose if you are sending a video for the interview, suppose if you are sending an audio for interview, if the particular command which AI is taking, if it is not there, how much talent you are having, you will not be called for an interview. So what happened that the technology is calling you for an interview, not on the basis of the talent you are having, not on the basis of experience you are having, not on the basis of the technical knowledge you are having, but only on the basis of the CV or profile or the video you have submitted. So if somebody is going to getting a help of any technical experts, or suppose we are going to nearby computer center, she is good in making a CV and profile. If they are creating a CV, such a CV, definitely you will be called. So definitely, but in the second round of interview, you will be kicked out. That's something else. But AI will be using the particular algorithm for an interview. So how you will be discriminated here? So here, technology is looking to your commands, not your knowledge. So you are losing your options, you are losing your chances. So how definitely it's human rights, you have a rights. It's nowadays, government is not into the in the government, not always into this kind of lottery methods, this kind of AI oriented interview schedule. But in across the world, for international countries, it's happening. It's where it is government and non-governmental sector, we are using same method. So the chances which you want to get, you are not getting because of the algorithm which is already set in the AI. That is a hiring. So suppose when I'm taking the lending field, so you are applying for a loan in a bank. So you are much needy. You want to get you have your own agriculture issues. You have your own education loan issues. You want to get an amount from the bank, and then only you can go for higher education. So bank, what happens that usually in AI world, usually they have a quota in a month, like a 10, 30, 40 loan quota will be there, particularly for the students. So if the applicants are 1,000, so how they will take you, they will approach you, how will they select you? Always nowadays we are using same methods. They will give you a particular command. So whatever the profile you have submitted, whatever the documents you have submitted, if it is not supporting the algorithm AI already said, you will not get the loan. You will not get the money. Even you will not get the scholarship. You will not get even suppose if you are applying for a foreign university for a PDF, for a PhD, for a post-graduation, you will not be selected for that. Because the command AI has already given its particular area. So that area which is not there in your profile. So always it is discrimination. We are facing the discrimination. We are losing the chances because of the AI-oriented selection process. So what happens that usually much techie people, they are sitting in front of the system. They are taking advantages of the technology. They are understanding the algorithm. They are applying, they are getting. So from 2024, 2023 onwards, most of the foreign countries, the selection process is like this. So you will be surprised. My brother got PhD in America. My sister got something like that. But there are talented, highly professional people. Indexing paper they have published, but they are not getting chances. It is because of the algorithm they have already set by AI, the selection process, and you are not at all fit into that. You may be fit, but the process, the first section, you are not fit into that. So that is the main thing nowadays. Our people, as students, we have to understand. So since we have an opportunity, since we have a talent, but we are losing the opportunity. So as a human rights, we can say that it's a clear cut of discrimination we are facing because of the technology. So how we can stop that? So the coming to point, protecting the right to non-discrimination requires addressing the bias and ensuring fairness in AI algorithms and decision-making processes, as well as implementing mechanism for accountability, oversight, and redress in case of discrimination or bias-related harms. So, as a student, in day-to-day life, whatever happens in your life, you should be tech-friendly, you should be hair-friendly, and then only you will be selected. And always the government body, the judicial body, they're referring this kind of rules and regulation where to give when we are going for a AI oriented selection process, there should be whatever the command we are giving, the process we are having, algorithm we are giving, the coding process we are having, it should be a fair and trial process. But it's not happening always. That's why we face much kind of problems. So that you should be very careful how this kind of process is happening. Next, we need to discuss about the right to equality and non-discrimination. So some part of that I have discussed, even though just I will give you the clarity. AI technologies have implication for the right equality and non-discrimination as they can amplify or mitigate disparities and inequalities in access to opportunities, resources, and services. So how it can be happen? Promoting equality and non-discrimination in AI requires protective measures to address systematic biases, ensure fairness and equity in AI systems, outcomes, and promote inclusive and accessible AI technologies for all individuals and communities. So how we can stop that? How we can part of AI system? Government need to provide a particular option, have an equal option to get equal resources of AI to everyone. If it is not, always those who don't have access to that, they will be backbench. They will be always in backside. Right to work and labor rights. Usually what happens that, AI technologies have implication for employment in labor rights as they automate tasks, reshape job market, and impact workers in livelihoods. Usually what happens that, when we have a job, like usually as a teacher, nowadays we have AI teachers. Nowadays we have AI oriented robots. We have an automated system which they are doing they are reducing human efforts and they are doing all kind of AI work. So when we are taking the logistic field, so what happens that,